Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. I am so glad you are all here. If you are new, welcome. My name is Brenda. This is my sweet Oliver. And if you're returning, you guys are amazing. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting.
Okay, DIY number one. So I'm going to take this jelly jar, jam jar, whatever it is from Costco. I'm going to remove that label, and I'm using my heat gun to just kind of soften up the adhesive, and then I'm going to pull off the paper. Once I got it down to the white stuff that's on there, I didn't do it on this one, but on other ones, I spritzed it down and let it sit with water for a little bit, and that really helped me scrape it all up a little easier. Then I sprayed on some Goo Gone to get any residue of the adhesive off, and then after that, I took my alcohol and cleaned it really well with rubbing alcohol. Then I took some painter's tape here, and I'm going to go all around the top right where it starts curving, and I'm going to do the same thing with my painter's tape on the bottom. I just went right around the part that it kind of slopes downward and upward. Anyways, I taped both ends, and then I'm going to paint the top of my jar and the bottom of my jar with my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. Now, this is not my original idea. I did see this on Pinterest and I loved it, and I wanted to make this. So I'm going to take a wood ring here that I got from Amazon. I got a whole bunch of different sizes, cut it in half with my miter shears, and then I took three different lids. Now this one came off, actually four, no, three. This one came off of the jam jar that I was using, and I did paint it with my ink color here, and I did have to do 2 coats of paint on all of these, and then I'm going to paint the other 2 lids there and the wood half wood ring that I did. And then I'm taking my Fix-All glue here, and I'm going to glue the lids on top of each other. And you could use E6000, probably super glue. I would not use hot glue because it's not going to last on that metal. And then once I have these all done, which will be any moment here. Oh my goodness. So I'll explain now. I decided to do a video with some jar DIYs because I had a viewer ask. She's got a whole bunch of jars, and she asked if I could do something. And I thought about not doing a whole video, but this is what it ended up being. So anyways, I'm going to take my bamboo sticks that I get from Amazon, and I'm going to, I'm measuring my stick to be right in between the 2 painted areas. I'm going to mark it, and then I'm going to cut it with my miter shears. And these miter shears, I believe I have in my Amazon store as well under tools. They are amazing if you don't have them and like to cut wood or have small pieces of wood that you'd like to cut. They are amazing, and I recommend them. Anyways, once and I don't know how many I cut down, maybe 10-ish, but I painted them all with my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, which is black. Then I'm going to use hot glue, and I'm going to glue these on around my jar. Now, I think they were about 2 inches apart, but I really didn't keep measuring. I just kind of eyed it. Now, if you want to recreate this, I totally recommend using like E6000 or the Fix-All glue for a permanent hold, because they do come off really easy with the hot glue. But because of my time, I was really trying to get this done before I left for my trip. I just used my hot glue. So I would recommend using you might be able to use a couple of dabs of hot glue, and then the rest, the E6000 or something, to keep it on there. But there it is. I love how this came out. It is so stinking cute.
Well guys, as you are watching today's video, you'll see some bloopers at the end. This dog today, I don't know what's going on with him. But anyways, as you're watching this video, I am enjoying my time with my family, but I did this ahead of time. In fact, I'll tell you a secret. I do my intros at the end of every month. I do my intros for the whole month, and it's because I have spent most of my life wearing makeup. No, I shouldn't say most. From the time I was 16, wearing makeup almost every single day. Since we've moved to Oklahoma and I don't have an outside job, I work from home, very seldom will you find me wearing makeup anymore. Um, it's just freeing not having to put on makeup every day. So instead of having to put on makeup every few days for my videos, at the end of the month, I put on my makeup, get all dolled up, get a change of shirts, and I get Oliver, and we come in my craft room and we do the intros and the middle sections where I talk, like this one, all in one day, or all in one morning. We get them all done. I have my little day planner here so I can see how many videos I need which days they are. So that's my dirty little secret. So even though you're seeing me now, I'm actually in Oregon visiting my family, and I'm sure I'm having a good time. So anyways, I am so glad you guys are all here. If you are new, now you know my dirty little secret. And hopefully you still like me. And if you enjoyed today's video, you've become part of our YouTube family. And yeah, let me know you're new here. I'd love to get to know you. And for those of you who are returning, I'm sure that doesn't bother you. And I hope it doesn't, but I'm sure it doesn't. But yeah, it's just, I'm getting older. And I don't always want to put makeup on every day. But it is pretty sad when my husband, I'll have my makeup on, his, you look really pretty today. And I'm like, what? Do I not look pretty any other day I'm not wearing makeup? And then he gets like, that's not what I meant. Men, right? Anyways, I do feel good about myself when I do wear it. And not that I don't feel good about myself when I don't wear it, but it's just, sometimes when you wear makeup and get all fancied up, it makes your outlook on life improve just a little bit. But you know what? I like being comfortable. So I like not having to worry about if I go in the pool, having mascara all over my face or honestly, mascara, you'll see me wiping my eyes a lot of times, and that's because of the mascara. It bothers my eyes, and it's probably because I haven't worn makeup for a while, and the makeup can really bother my eyes. And by the end of the day, I am so ready to wash my face because just the makeup just bothers me. But anyways, that's my secret. But anyways, I hope you're enjoying this video, and I hope you're enjoying your summer. I am so glad you guys are always here supporting me. You mean the world to me. So with all of that, I'm gonna go and continue enjoying my grandson. But with all of that, you guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and I will continue on with the crafting.
Okay, DIY number 2. So this one, I'm going to take another jar. I think this was a small pickle jar. And I'm going to take my bamboo sticks again, and I'm just going to put my pencil on top of my jar and mark that bamboo stick so that it goes up to the top of my jar. And then I'm going to cut it down. And then I'm going to just continue to cut, and I can't remember how many I cut. I cut quite a few, and then I think I had to add a few more, or maybe I had enough. I don't even remember. But anyways, I'm going to glue these on just like you see. And again, I would not use hot glue. I would use a little dab of hot glue, and then, E6000 or whatever. The hot glue would just keep it posted or keep it stuck there for while you're working, but then the E6000 or Fix All glue would be permanent. But I'm going to go all the way around the jar with this. Now, you guys, there are so many ideas, and I had a lot of ideas of things that I wanted to do. I just did not have the time to get it all done. So, and the last one, you guys, is a total bust. Wait till you see it. I can do nothing but laugh. But anyways, I took my Waverly Antique Wax and I started to rub it on with a paper towel, but I'm like, this is not going on thick enough and it's taking too long. So I just took my brush and I'm just going to brush all around those sticks. And I had to be really careful because they kept trying to pop off. And then once it was dry, I took some faux leather ribbon that I have from Dollar Tree. I'm going to glue it around the top of my jar here, and then I'm going to glue it around the bottom. And then I just used hot glue. I'm going to take some of these decorative tacks that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm using my little wire cutters to cut the tack part off, and then I'm using hot glue, and I'm going to glue them around my faux leather ribbon. Now, if you do this, be very careful because the hot glue does make the metal tacks very hot. In fact, my fingers were a little tender after doing this. But I'm just kind of spacing it out. I don't know, maybe 2 inches, an inch and a half, something like that. And I just went around. And then when I was done, I took some sunflowers. These came from Hobby Lobby. I love their little sunflowers. I can never find nice small sunflowers from Dollar Tree. And with their prices going up, it's better to wait. And they have them on sale now at Hobby Lobby for 30% off. But the maroon ones were actually part of a pick from Dollar Tree. It's called Wheat Pick because it has a lot of wheat branches with it. But I had this little finger bow sitting in my stash for something I was going to use it on, and I never did. And I added that too. And then I just started filling it with those sunflowers. And then with the, I'm going to use the wheat pick from Dollar Tree as well. I'm just going to cut the pieces all up and just mix them all together. And I love how this came out. I figured sunflowers is fun because we're getting close to doing fall DIYs, and I don't know, to me it just, the whole thing was screaming fall, and so I just thought I would go with the sunflowers, and I love how this came out. I hope you do too. Let me know in the comment box below. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And we have Tracy. Look at these amazing pieces that she made with tumbling tower blocks. Tracy, those are just amazing. Thank you. And then Marie, she made these really cute pieces. I love them all. They're so cute. And then we have Gayla. Oh my goodness, Gayla. I love this. This is just so pretty. Oh, I just love it. Thank you so much, Gayla. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger under Rustic and Lace DIY. Okay, DIY number 3. I'm going to take a big pickle jar, and I'm going to take some twine, and I'm going to hot glue it on, and I'm going to start wrapping it, and I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue while I go. Then I come around and I just go above the one that I just glued, and I kept going up until it was about 2 inches, maybe, sorry, maybe 3, and then I stopped. If you don't want it to take forever, you might want to use a little thicker twine. But then I took some pieces of twine and I'm going to make X's. So I'm just going to hot glue the bottom to the top of the twine that's on the bottom, and then I'm going to glue the top part right up where the jar has curved, and I'm just going to go all the way around and hot glue those in place. And then I glue the next string onto where it's glued on to the top. Hopefully you can understand what I mean. And then go at an angle downward, and then I'm going to take another piece here and I'm going to glue it where the other one ends, and then go up the opposite direction. And I'm just kind of making X's all the way, but making sure that the twine is all connected together. I hope that makes sense. And then after I had that done, I took some more twine and I'm just going to start gluing it all around the top so that it covers those areas that are put together. And I'm just going to go all the way up the top. Then I took some half beads. I think these are 20 millimeters, maybe 15. And I'm going to glue them right in the middle of each X. And this is kind of important. I noticed some of my X's weren't completely straight, so trying to keep them all like even so that the half beads were even. And then I also glued them at each point where they where the twine had met together. Then I took the lid, and I'm taking my lovely braided jute twine, that a ribbon that I love. Some of it was coming apart on the end, but I glued that around my lid. And then this is some burlap that I got at a thrift store that has like the plastic behind it. I traced out that lid and cut it out. And then I'm going to use my hot glue here to glue that over the top part there. Then I'm going to use my Fix-All glue again. I'm going to go all around the bottom of that, or the lid, and then I'm going to glue it to the bottom. And there it is. I love this little lantern. I think it is so cute. I hope you like this one too. And you guys, the next one, oh my goodness. I wasn't going to show you guys But I thought, well, you know what? I think it could have looked cute if I didn't do a certain thing. So I'm going to take a smaller pickle jar. I'm going to trace out the lid on some uh, stencil vinyl. Now you could use any kind of vinyl or wallpaper, removable wallpaper, anything that kind of sticks. And I am going to put that right there. And oh my goodness, you guys, I shouldn't have done that. Anyways, I'm going to take that plastic bowl from Dollar Tree, a lid from a jug, and then that terracotta pot. And I'm going to paint everything black. The lid, the jar, everything. I wish I would not have painted the jar. I think it would have looked better if the jar wasn't painted. But I did it. Then I thought, okay, I want to bring out some of the details on this. So, and in my mind, I'm thinking a lantern, okay? So I'm going over it with some silver gilding wax, and I'm just rubbing it all over, and I'm like, oh, I really like how this is coming out. It looks so pretty. Yeah, and so then I thought, well, let's do this lid. Let's see how that looks. And I really like this. It kind of gives a medieval look, I think, but because of the little grooves on the side of the lid there, I just thought it looked really cool. So I just kept doing that. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's try this on the jar and see how it, oh, I forgot. I did the little saucer, terracotta saucer there as well. And yeah, and the lid and the bowl and the saucer, I think came out really cute. But this is where I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this all around the jar too. I tried using my finger at first. I didn't like how it was coming, so I took a sponge and started dabbing. And you guys, to me, this thing looks like a spaceship or a rocket. And I was going to put a finial cap or dowel cap, one of those up on the top, and it was just looked worse. And I'm like, I am not going to waste one of these things on this thing because it's not getting better. And I really think if I wouldn't have painted the jar and just painted the bottom and the top, it would have looked much better. Um, and put finial cap or whatever on the top, built up the top a little bit. I think it would have looked more like a lantern. But you guys, this is hilarious. My grandson, he was laughing at it too. And he was just like, it looks like it's going to take off. And then we were laughing. I said, it almost looks like an old fashioned scuba mask, that that someone would wear. Oh my goodness, it's just hilarious. We both got a good laugh at it. But as you can see, I glued the jar on top of the saucer and the lid, and it's so that you can open the jar from the lid, so you can put a candle in it. And then I wanted that bowl to be lifted, so that's where I took the little bottle cap and glued it on, and then I'm just going to glue that lid on there because I wanted it to be there it is. Oh, as in Kathy Joe would say, oh no. It's horrible. It's horrible, but oh my goodness, it would be really cute with the handle if it wasn't painted on the side too. Anyways, okay, here is the final reveal. Thank you guys for watching today. I have a blooper video after this, as well as a taste test from Try Treats, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will be back. I have a video for you on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. And with all that being said, I will see you on the next one.
And if you're returning, you guys are the best. So today is, okay, let's start over. Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is my sweet Oliver. And if you're returning, you guys are amazing. So with all of that, let's get to oh my goodness. Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today is I love you. Okay, let's try this again. Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace. Stop. Take 5 or 4. Which one is it? Hi friends, stop. Stop. What? Do you want a treat? Yeah. Okay, let's do this. No, just a minute. We'll get one in a minute. We're almost done. Hi friends, welcome. every time I talk. I brushed my teeth, Oliver. I did. Do I need to go brush them again? Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, sit like that, then you won't get me. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Well, guess what? I received another box of treats from Try Treats, and so we're gonna do another test tasting today. I'm excited. Actually, I think my grandson's more excited. He loves it when I get these boxes. But anyway, so I'm going to open this up here, and it is from Colombia. It seems like I've had one from Colombia before. Let's see. It gives you a card that it talks about Colombia and some facts about it, and then there's a postcard here about Colombia. I'm pretty sure I did Colombia before. And then they give you a, hope they're not the same treats, a little card that tells you what the different snacks are, what's in them, and then on the back you can rate which ones were your favorite. Let's see, and I think, I don't know, I think these might be stuff that we've tried, but let's try them again. Yeah, I think they look awfully familiar, and I think I have tried these. Let's see, in case you weren't here for the first one. Oh, sorry guys. I'm trying to balance this on my leg, trying to find a place to put it. There we go. I think I figured it out. Okay, now these are in Spanish, so I don't know what they are, but I do remember I thought they looked like Funyuns, but they don't taste anything like Funyuns, if I remember right. So let's try these. If I can get them open. Okay. They're kind of dry. They taste like cheese. Okay. Okay. These are besitos. And they look like little balls. And calinos. I'm not sure what that means because I don't speak Spanish. My grandfather, I don't know if I've said this before. My mom on her side is Mexican. And I know, I dye my hair. It's normally dark brown, but I'm trying to cover the gray. But my grandparents didn't teach their kids Spanish so that they could keep their secrets. That way they could speak Spanish to each other, not worry about the kids knowing. So before my grandfather passed away, I'd always like, why didn't you teach them Spanish so we could have known it? Because it's very helpful today. Anyways, these are what these look like. There's not a lot of flavor. There's not a lot of flavor to them. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay. Tosta Tacos Picante. So they look like corn chips. These are picante flavor, so they should have some flavor to them. Okay. Oh yeah, they look like puffed chips. Oh, they are. Those are pretty good. At first taste, they kind of had a bacon flavor at first taste, but ooh, now you got a little bit of heat. Kicked in right at the end. And I left my water bottle in the other room. Okay, these are called Golpe con Todo. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it, how you pronounce it. They look like some kind of chip mix. And if I remember right, yeah, there's different kinds of chips. That looks like a plantain. And potato chip. something I think they want to look like bacon. Doesn't taste like bacon, but you should see Oliver's sitting at my feet looking up at me. He's like, I hear packages. That means food. You can't have any of these. No. Okay, these are the Ditos. It says it's by Nestle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've tried all of these. They all look familiar. It's just a wafer cookie inside. But it's good. Yeah. These. Now I don't remember if I super cocoa, so they've got to be chocolate, right? Oh yeah. They look like that. And they're kind of crunchy in the middle. Almost have a coconut flavor. That hurts, these. These are chocolate wafers. I think I like these. Sorry. I think I like these. Let me see. They're soft. Those are good. Okay. Now, last time I thought these were like Pop Rocks, but my granddaughter said they're not. So, I think it's more powdery. Let's see. Yeah, it's more like just a powder. I don't know if you can see inside. I don't want to spell it. See? So, let's see. They've got something, little candies inside of it. Good for kids. I'm not into the powder. Okay, let's see what else. This Cocoa Cake Mini. I think it's kind of like a, got food on me. I think these are kind of like ding dongs, if I remember right. They just have a cake filling. I know my grandkids are going to love all these. This is like a little cookie, kind of chocolate cookie. They're good. Definitely good. And then we have the Jet Bar. Let's see. Chocolate. The Jet Chocolate Bar. Okay. So we have these candies, these chewy candies. I'll try the lemon lime because I don't think that one, I think it was banana last time. Let's try this. I think they're hard. I think that's what was the problem. I'll take a small bite. Hope you don't hear my jaw popping. Those are interesting. They're not bad. Not super sweet. Not like Starburst. Which I'm not a big fan of Starburst because they're too sweet. And I think these are a little harder than Starburst. And this one looks like it's different fruits because it shows banana, orange, strawberry. But I don't know if they're a mixture or if that's just the flavor of all of them together. They're all yellow, so it must be a mixture of flavors. like tropical or something. I don't know. I know I have some of that stuck in my teeth. Okay, let's take a quick bite here. Yeah. Oh, that is a big banana flavor. Okay, I think I have taste tested all of these for a second time. I know my grandkids really liked the snacks from Columbia, so they'll be really happy to see this. But again, try treats. I'll have a link to them in my description box below, and you will get a discount. I think it's 15% off on your first order. Yes, if you use Rustic and Lace DIY, all in caps. So I will have that listed in the description box as well with all their links. So try it treats. It's great. Make sure you check out all the links in my description box, and yeah, join in on the fun.